Braids damaged my hair.
Hi guys, so I almost cut my hair because of what braids did to it. So here's the story of what actually happened. So I had braids for I think about 2 months. I washed my hair, then I deep conditioned it. And that's when I knew there's something going on, because during the deep conditioning period, I would then start finger detangling my hair. But this time around, how my hair was just not budging, I couldn't finger detangle my hair at all. So I knew something was up. Here, I was putting in leave-in conditioner. Still couldn't finger detangle my hair. Even after applying the second leave-in conditioner that I used, my hair had big knots. I tried combing the knots out, but I was losing a lot of hair. At this point, guys, I've literally made peace. There's nothing I can do to save my hair. As long as I still have hair left. My hair had a lot of knots. It was just falling off. As what was going on, I tried to finger detangle, dololo. I tried to comb it out, dololo. I almost cried because of the pain. It was so painful. When I gave birth, like giving birth to, you also giving birth to yourself. That's how I look at it. Yeah. Because you're no longer the same person. Once you see that baby, now you have a new reason to live. You have a new reason to grind harder than you were before.
The motivation was
my
your
son. The motivation, like I feel like, as I said, was when I gave birth to him. Even I was giving birth afresh, because like new drive, new motivation. Obviously, I can't disappoint this boy. I brought this child to this world. He deserves better than, like, as parents, we always have that. You would say, I want my child to live a better life than the one that I lived. Hello guys, and welcome to yet another amazing and exciting episode of No Chill Vodcast. And today, guys, I am your guest, Phila Nwabisa Benson, intombazane enhle kakhulu and emhlophe. And anambing edo, as usual, I am with
No Chill God.
And today's episode, as usual, is sponsored by
Easybet. I'm sure by now, guys, you know that this podcast is sponsored by Easybet, and you know that Easybet, they want to make betting so easy. And don't forget to bet responsibly. That's what we're advising you guys. And if you are under 18, I always say this is not for you. Just watch and learn. In today's episode, our guest already introduced herself. Phila, I've been watching her for too long. I've been actually watching you for too long on social media, and you're doing so great. And I love your spirit, you know. No Chill Vodcast is for people who are doing great out there. Trust me. For those who wants to come, just know that you should do great first. Then we'll notice you. And we focus on 3 E's. Entertain.
Educate.
And encourage. Yes, you got it right. So we are here to encourage you guys using the stories of the people who are doing well on social media. Phila, she's a YouTuber. She's a fitness influencer. She's a mom also, which we're going to talk about it. She's so excited about this part of being a mom also. So we want to try to understand it and uncover how she does it. I mean, she's married also. We're going to talk about that. So, you know, first thing that I ask everyone that comes here, I want to understand your upbringing, Phila. You know, I have this belief that every time there has to be a root that actually produces the fruit. I mean, the tree has to have a root first and before it produces the fruit. So how did you grow up, and what influenced you to become the person you are today in your relationship and in just your career as a businesswoman?
All right. So I grew up in a church. I grew up in church. My grandparents were pastors. They had isonto and stuff.
Yeah.
So when I was young, I started off growing up with Umakhulu, which is my grandmother.
Yeah.
May her soul rest in peace. And then I moved to KZN because my mom got a job in KZN. I'm closer, but I grew up in KZN because my mom was working that side. So when we were growing up, it was installed in us that in everything that you do, God needs to be in it. So the person that I am is because from a young age, like I always say I can't remember a time where in my life God was not in it, right? Wow. My life, it's always been God, and God, it's just Him. That's how we were brought up. That's what we were taught. And then my mom only had 2 kids, which is me and my older sister. So I also watched how she was raising us up because she was a single parent. There was a bit of problems with my dad. They were married, but they separated, right? Yes. So we grew up with just my mom. Yeah. So I was able to watch her being a single parent. I watched her provide for us. I watched her like doing all that she could do just to make sure that we live a better life and be good people. And she also taught us, because she had multiple streams of income then. And she would tell us, if you want to be financially free, you can't rely on only one source of income. Yes. Wow. I am a teacher. She's a teacher. I am a teacher. She bakes, she sells scones. And she also was teaching a night school. All of this I'm doing because I need different sources of income so that you guys can live a better life than the life that I was living. And also my grandfather was a businessman. He had a lot of sheep, a lot of cattle, and we were the only family with a shop. He had a shop back in the days.
Rich families.
So we were going to the shop during holidays because I would go to the Eastern Cape. We take turns. Yeah. So we learned money management there. We need to understand how to stock. We need to understand how to calculate money, how to calculate profit, and all of those things. Wow. So that's basically shaped me to understand and love business and to understand if I want to be a better person and not struggle in life, I don't need to have one source of income.
Yes. And that's why you are here on social media, and you've been doing quite well. I've been seeing you working with a lot of brands, which we're going to get to, you know. But I just want to understand, we're going to get there. Obviously, as you're growing and as you're seeing all those things, you are young, you know.
Yeah.
You said you grew up in church, right?
Yes.
You know, and even today you're still at church. You know, sometimes, you know, a lot of people get to lose that thing. You know, a lot of people who used to read the Bible, study the Word of God, I mean, pray, they stopped. You know, why? What did you do to keep you so consistent up until even today?
Like, as I said, in my life, there was never a time where I doubted God's existence. Yeah. There was never a time, even when I go through stuff, I knew that that's when I need to pray the most. That's when I need to seek counsel from God to know and get and draw strength from Him. Yes. Because I can get strength from you, but that is temporary. But the permanent strength that I need is the one that God can provide. True. Yes. So when we were growing up, it was installed in us that anything that you need and everything that you need, it's in God. And you can try and go wherever you'll get temporary solutions. But if you want permanent solutions, only God can give you that. Wow. So that's basically that. Ugusi, yes, there's motivation, and also just to grow yourself as a person, even outside of God, outside of being a Christian. Yeah. You yourself need to work on your mentality. Yes. You need to work on how you view things and analyze things. And how do you do that? You need to read, guys. I can't even stress the importance of reading because it broadens your mind. Yes. You get to look at things from a different perspective. Yeah. So our problem is sometimes we want to either make it too Christian and then we forget to be in touch with reality. So we need to balance Christianity with reality.
With reality. Wow. I love that line. You know, wow. Now that one, actually, I think I'm going to have to listen it again because I never thought it like that. I do read, but matching Christianity with reality.
You have to. You have to.
And you got to a point where you even shared the story that you got your child, who's 16 years old now.
16. 16.
And at age 19. Tell me about that experience and what did it change your perspective of life?
I think that being a mother at that age, it grew me. Because I was very childish. And I can safely say I was a late bloomer as well because I just saw what's hyper. Why am I not getting my periods? Like in my mind, it was not registering how and how because I was just so naive. I used to play a lot. I wasn't like paying attention to a lot of things then, right? So I fell pregnant and I had to tell my mom. I had to tell my granny because I was very close to my grandmother. And this is the person that always told me that, Sisi, you pray. Sisi, uyafunda. Sisi, everything else will follow. Yongindo has its own time. Now, those people need to know that I didn't follow this thing that they said for me.
It's like a disappointment.
Exactly. Now, I have to disappoint the people that I'm supposed to be making proud. It was very difficult. For my mom, especially, it was very difficult for her. But for my grandmother was like, okay, it has happened. It means that it was happened. God does not make mistakes.
He doesn't make mistakes.
So the fact that it happened, a child is a blessing. There's something that God wanted to grow in you by making this happen at this particular time.
True.
So I'm not going to make you feel bad about it. Was it wrong in our eyes? Yes. But it doesn't matter how we see it. The important part is how does God see it? How is this going to grow you? Now we are moving from being a young lady. Now you are going to be a mom.
Share the experience. Yes, you told your mom, your grandmother, and your mom she got to know. Now, okay, they accepted. Now it's the real deal of being a mother now. The reality is coming.
The reality of being a mom, even English ran away for a moment there. I struggled a bit because, as I said, it hit my mom so hard because it was hard for her to believe because I was never like a rebellious child. So it came as a shock to her. This girl knows boys. Kanjani, like when? This boy, una boyfriend to a point that she even got pregnant. When? This girl has never slept out of the house. This girl doesn't drink. Like, how did all of that happen? This girl reads. This girl, like, it was a shocker for her. And stuff. And there was a bit of drama around the pregnancy with the baby daddy. The baby daddy had another lady that had a baby with him. So there was a bit of drama. And it made my mom so embarrassed to a point that she was like, girl, go to Eastern Cape. I can't. Just go and stay with your granny. So the first part of my pregnancy, I was staying in Eastern Cape with my granny, best time. And back then, I did not understand. I would get angry at my granny because at 5, it was her praying time. Like 5 o'clock,
in the morning.
It's her praying time. So I was sleeping with her. She would wake me up. 5 o'clock, that's when, when you're pregnant, you sleep a lot. She would wake me up and say, you cannot sleep, you are pregnant. You cannot sleep and not pray. So she told me, this is the time you need to be praying for your baby. This is the time that you need to be praying for yourself. You're about to birth something new. So spiritually, you need to be fit to do that. So if you are busy sleeping and then you're not going to be ready for the journey that God is setting for you. So we'd wake up every single day, 5 a.m., not good we are praying in bed. No, you get out of bed so that you are out of the sleeping. Kneel down and you pray. You talk to God. You thank God for your day. It's a new day. You need to be grateful for it. He didn't have to wake you up, but he woke you up. Some people get pregnant and lose their babies. Some people are wanting to have babies and they're not able to. So why are you not appreciative of that oversleep that you can go back and sleep again? So it was like that. So we'd pray. And even when I moved back to my mom, I think I was about 7 months because Eastern Cape, we were in the rural areas and there's no private hospital nearby. So it was going to be a problem for me if now I'm in labor from Butterworth to go to East London to get a private hospital. Right. So I moved back to KZN. I was about 7 months pregnant, started going to the gynae that side and stuff like that up until I gave birth. And when I gave birth. Like giving birth to, you also giving birth to yourself. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Because you're no longer the same person. Once you see that baby, now you have a new reason to live. You have a new reason to grind harder than you were before.
Yes.
You should know.
Yes.
Once you see that baby,
It's a source
everything
of motivation.
changed.
Yes.
But now there's this person that I need to grind harder for.
So what did you do then? Let's see how did your life change from that when now you have a baby? It's no longer about being playful now. You're no longer that.
I had to grow at that instant. And
How
when
did you grow?
and when I went back home, my mom was like, "Mugel, Mina, my own kids are 2 and they are old. They are both mothers because my sister already had a child as well. They are both mothers.
Sure.
So I will mother my kids. You will mother your own. You need to learn responsibility now. It's up to you how you do it. You know your child will need nappies. Your child will need milk. Your child will need clothes." And she has always said it to us, never rely on a man. Have your own. Have your own.
Wow.
And she was like, you're not going to rely on this guy. Because if this guy disappoints you, I'm not saying he's going to disappoint, but if he disappoints you, and then what?
Yes.
And it didn't take long. It's as if she knew what was going to happen because we had a bit of problems. The guy didn't do what he was supposed to do. Yeah. But then I knew that we both made this baby. I need to play my role as well.
Yeah.
So then I started working as a waiter at Spur.
Wow.
So I would work at Spur. I was working double shifts. I would get home around 2. When I get home, my mom will just simply take the baby and give me the baby and go back to sleep. Maybe that time the baby is awake, I can't sleep. I have to mother. That time I'm going back to work at 9. So I have this time frame of, now I have to be a mother when I'm supposed to be sleeping. I have to be breastfeeding. I have to pack his stuff for crash because he started going to crash at a very young age because my mom was like, you're not going to sit and do nothing. Do something with your life.
Wow.
Do something with your life. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
You need now to pick yourself up and work for your child. You see, this guy is not meeting up with what you thought he was going to do. So it's up to you, Mina. I've mothered my own kids. Mother your own, my sister.
And now it sounds like it was hard, but
it was hard.
You now
when I look at it now, I'm like, that lady built a resilient pillar. No. That's where the strong pillar was made. Because if she was soft, Kumina, I wouldn't be the parent that I am right now. Today, yes. And I wouldn't be even the partner that I am. Because Benzo expecting people to always do things for me and not learn how to get up and do things for myself.
Yes.
And know, Wuchi, you can do it. No matter how hard. Cry if you have to cry. Soli nyembezi and continue. It's doable.
It's doable.
Whether you cry or you feel like you want to give up, no. Cry it out, feel better, and continue.
I mean, you see, I always say everything that happens, they're happening for you. You know, it's for you. It's for your own good. You understand? Sometimes we dwell into the situation and we just give up in it. But in the future, you reflect and you say, nah, man, that thing needed to happen for me.
It had to happen for me to understand. Because now, after, when my son was, I think, about a year old, yes. My mom was like, sharp, you can leave him now. You can go back to school. You can go back to school. What do you want to do? Like, oh, mommy, I want to do public relations. Sharp, find a school. Go back to school and leave him. So I went back to school. And when I was at school, I was a different person because at first I was at UKZN before I had my son. Yeah. So when I went back, I didn't go back to UKZN. I went to an FET college because now I had to think my mom cannot be paying 40,000 for a year and still taking care of my baby because now she said, sharp, I'm taking this one. Go and rebuild yourself. You like school again? Go back to school. So I was like, okay, college. Do I go back and do my... I went to the college And then I did my public relations, and then it didn't even take long. When I was doing my N6, I already got a job. I was doing presentations for this other company that was teaching Forex at that time. So I was exposed to money. But at that time, my mind was so matured that I knew I can't just spend money anyhow. I just can't. Yes, I have the money, right? Yeah, I'm getting paid. Even a week, I would get like 20K or something.
What?
Yes.
That was a lot.
Mara, I needed to understand. I've got a son that will soon need to go to a proper school and proper education. At that time, mastabanga proper education, we think private school. And those are expensive. I need to help my mom because she's a teacher. She's selling scones. She's selling Tupperware and all of that and stuff. Let me try and make her life easier as well. Where I can help, let me help. You have a phone contract, let me pay for that. You need this, you need to change furniture, let me do that. Let me make your life easier so that you don't have much debt. Because now, again, we were wearing about OPR from Truett's. She had the Truett's account that we were always taking clothes. So now, let me help maintaining that account. Let me make your life easier because now you've taken umntwana. So let me not live my best life, but also make sure that we are all enjoying the fruits you sacrificed, because it was a sacrifice for her to say, leave the child and go back to school, you know. So it was something like that. And then from then onwards, I started working. I stayed in Botswana for a while, doing presentations there for another company. So
the motivation was
my
your
son. The motivation, like I feel like, as I said, was when I gave birth to him. Even I was given birth afresh, because like new drive, new motivation. Obviously, I can't disappoint this boy. I brought this child to this world. He deserves better than, like, as parents, we always have that. You would say, I want my child to live a better life than the one that I lived. Not that we're undermining impilo that our parents gave us, but it's just that there's always something you feel like better. If you can, push and do it just for your child to get a better life as well. Naye, for him to see, ukuthi, nami once I am a parent, I saw how my mom ebewa evuga just to make sure that I've got the things that I need. And I've taught my son that you need to differentiate between a need and a want. You must know a need, you must know a want. Just because you see like it's month end, I'm sure Toli Maliama campaigns. Don't start coming to me and say, my friends and I are going to Papachino's. Check if I have the budget for that. What else do you need? Do you need mhlambe, a technical board for school? Do you need new shoes? Do you need a new blazer? Check the need first before the want. If all the needs are met and I feel like, I've got extra money, because I open an account for him and say, Nan's account, it's up to you. But it's not for you to be buying airtime and data. Wire. You know?
Wow. I mean, you know, your story, I think it resonates with a lot of people. There are very young females who are out there and they have kids, you know. Maybe most of them, they don't have that supportive structure. You know, there's no one, maybe the boyfriend, they left. You know, we're living in South Africa. It always happens.
It happens.
Like, you understand. What message do you have for those people? Obviously, drawing from your own experience, you know.
Having a child is a blessing. You can never change that. You can never try to dilute it either. Having a child is not something that, although it shouldn't be used as an excuse with, I couldn't achieve this because I had a child. It shouldn't be used like that, because there's always a way to work around it. You want to go back to school? Don't just say, I have a child, there are crashes. Go drop your child at crash and go and look for a job and work. Start small. You work, you get imali yako, you go back to school. There's colleges. It's just that it's unfortunate that nowadays we think in order for you to be cool, get a cool qualification, go to varsity. No. Go to a college. Because first of all, I recommend a college, right? Why? Because after usuwenzile N6 wako, they say go and get experience before you get your diploma. Yes. So you already have 18 months of experience, more than the person on a degree. So most of the time, in companies, they look for experience, not the qualification.
Yeah.
So you're already ahead.
Yes.
So you start there and so you still want this degree, again. And then you already have your diploma. You're already in the workforce. You study part-time. And guys, let's study as women. Let's read to broaden our mind. So that we are so dependent on men. Men don't owe us anything. We owe everything to ourselves. The life that you want, you must be able to give it to yourself. Don't expect someone else to give it to you. Give it to yourself.
Yes.
Because now you cannot give it to yourself, how are you expecting another person? The person is also dealing with their own life. Now you want to take your life and put it on someone else's hands. That's why some men, you'd find they'll be disrespectful towards us. It's because everything, I don't want to do anything. So the guy will then come and say, ngiyakondla, ngiyakugqokisa, kodwa still this and that. So even if it's something small, he will recognize she's trying.
She's trying, yes.
She is trying. Because sometimes we just want to relax and want things to come easy because it's bahle, simi kahle, we've got banging bodies. No, it shouldn't be like that. Right? It really shouldn't be like that.
And I'm glad that it's coming from you. You know, if it was coming from me, that would be like an attack, you understand? But if it's coming from you, I think women will take this seriously because it is serious. I mean, a lot of men now, they don't respect women because of that you mentioned.
They don't. Like, what are you... I guess we always laugh and say, what do you bring in the table? I bring my this, I bring my that. And then when... what value is it bringing to the relationship?
Yeah.
What is your body bringing any value to the relationship?
Yes.
The body alone, I'm bringing my banging body. And then you're going to get old. So what will you bring again in the table? Because you're not educated. Your mindset is very, very wrong. You don't believe in working for yourself. You don't believe in having a 5-year plan. Like, what is your plan for the next 5 years? If this person leaves you, you'll go and look for another person that is like that one. That's so you will always be
a relevant question.
You will always be running after different men, because now 5 years from now you will not look the same way.
Yes.
And new kids will come and look the way you are looking. You understand? And then maybe this man that you are relying on will start checking on the young ones, because now the body is no longer bodying. And also, we as women, I feel like some other women do not take care of themselves. That's what made me fall in love with fitness.
Yeah.
Because at that age, I was underweight, ne? I was underweight. I was so tiny, like I was in the 40s, ne?
Yeah.
And I was always sick. And my doctor was like, my girl, you are reaching your 30s now. And you're still 45 kg. And you expect not to be anemic. You need to take your health serious. Then I was like, okay, because I have to, because I want to live long. I started falling in love with fitness. I started falling in love with eating healthy and understanding my body. What is my body like? Because I was literally just reacting to everything. I eat a banana, I've got an allergic reaction. My body was just... Yeah. So I had to go back and like, okay, let me try this eating healthy thing and see if this allergy problem is not going to get better.
Yes.
And then from then onwards, I started falling in love with myself and how I feel after working out, how I feel when I see the results. When I walk and I tell people I'm this old, and then people were like, okay.
People won't even believe your age, you know. And it's even myself, I was shocked last night when I was doing the research. I was like, guys, is this genes? What is it that you are doing?
Genes are playing their own role, but also how I take care of my body is also playing a huge role.
And when did this start, this thing?
It started 2018. I think my life started, interesting happened 2018 years. That's when it started, 2018. I was sick. I had to do an operation. Then after that, I was like, you know what? I really need to take my health serious. I really need to do something. I needed to gain weight. I needed to be healthy because I was tired of doctors. I was tired of hospitals. I was always in hospitals. I know 1 minute, I'm not okay. We have to go to hospital. Like, to a point that I even have a vein, because this is the vein that all the time I'll get drips on, because the other ones were collapsing because I was too anemic. So I had to motivate myself and say, look, I'm tired of living like this. Like, what can I do? What can I use? Let me gain this weight. Let me be healthy so that I can live a longer life, not only for myself, but also for my child. And I had to do it. And then I started with my Herbalife journey. I started drinking Herbalife. I started saying, oh, yeah, gainegi weight. Okay, sharp. The girl is feeling better. Now I started I started with running. I was running, and then I was like, let me go to the gym. Then I started going to the gym, started gaining weight. I saw, okay, the girl is getting a different shape now. The girl is looking nice. Impahla says hlala kahle, and I felt good. More than anything, I felt good. Now I had the energy to be the content creator that I wanted to be. I had the energy to be a mom. I had an energy to be a wife. Like, I had energy to do all of that. I was, now I'm always, I was feeling good. That's the nice thing about taking care of your body. It also takes care of you. You will feel good about yourself. You will feel good. You'll be able to do things that you never thought that you'll be able to do. Your mind will start functioning better. You'll start seeing things differently as well,
You mentioned that, in fact, of course, you're a wife. You can see a ring is there. It's shining. It's a very beautiful ring.
Thank you.
So when did you get married? Because understanding the whole journey that you've been through, you got to a point where you started working on yourself, making the wife.
Yes, I was building
the
the
Bible
wife.
says that he who finds a wife finds a good
favor
thing.
from God.
And also obtain favor from the Lord.
Yes.
So you started being a wife before you get a husband.
That's that. So, unfortunately, I'm a good-looking person, right? And I felt like it was a disadvantage because some people will come for the looks instead of the inner part of who Phila is.
Sure.
And then we would clash. So I got to a point where I was like, I'm just tired. Let me just build myself and prepare myself to be a good partner. And now I just want to be someone's wife as well. So I prayed and I fasted and I spoke to God and I told God, hey, ngikhathele, abantwana bakho bangidilile nami, it's enough. So now I want to build a relationship with you so that I'll be able to have a relationship with other people. Because if your relationship with God is shaky, it will be hard for you to have a relationship with yourself and also a relationship with other people. So I had to build myself and see what are my toxic traits? Because we all have our toxic traits. So, but what did you also do? Because in most situations, both parties are normally wrong. So you also need to identify your own wrongs and work on them in order for you to grow and be a better person and be a better partner as well. And that will also teach your partner, okay, this one is evolving. I need to also evolve. Because times are changing. So we're supposed to change as well. Right? So I made my husband a church. So
the right place to meet a person.
If you think so, even our church brothers are something else. Even our church brothers.
Nobody's better. I feel like it comes with that comfort and
you know what I always say? Church is like a hospital. Everyone is sick. It's just different words. That's just that. So don't go there and think you'll find perfection. No. Everyone is just sick. Different words. That's all. So when I met him, I was an usher in the church that we met. And surprisingly enough, I never used to notice him. And he's a very good looking man, if I say so myself.
Wow.
But I never used to notice him. So when I started noticing him, when he started coming to talk to me and showing interest and all of that, I was like, this guy, and I'm like, I asked my friend who was at church at that time, like, guy, Lona, and I'm like, this guy, he was here even before he started coming to this church, but I was just not seeing him. So for me, I was like, I guess I was not ready for him. If he would have met me at a different time of my life, it wouldn't have worked out the way it has worked now. Right. So when I decided, okay, let me give this a chance. I've got my trust issues, but I've prayed. And this is the person that came. I told God I want someone that I'll be able to pray with, someone I'll be able to fast with, someone who will not come and change Upila and the things that Upila loves, right? And understand me for who I am and understand Mina, I've got my child. And at that time, my child was my number one. More than anything, my child.
Yes.
My boy, right? So we dated. When we started dating, we just couldn't stop spending time together. We couldn't. I was staying in Randburg. He was staying in Greenstone. And I was working here in Woodmead. But every day, like every single day, this guy would want to see me. Every day we'd sit and talk. And it's the conversations that caught me. We're not talking, we're talking about our lives, the plans, what we want to achieve, and all of those things. Like planning our lives, having direction. Was even now that we're dating, what is the end goal? Are we dating because we met in church, brother and sister, you know, hallelujah? No. What is the end result? What are we aiming to achieve out of this? And center it around God. Center it around God. And I started visiting him, going to his place. I visited him. He said, I'm going to come over for the weekend. The weekend turned into 3 months. 3 months turned into 1 year. I was like, no, like,
so
my house is storage. We'd agree and say, okay, today I'm going to go from work and go home. He will come. And he's like, yo, darling, let's go. I'm like, okay, sharp, because I had a roommate. So we couldn't sleep in my place. So I would just take my clothes and go. But I was like, I'm wasting money here. My friend, you don't want us to stay apart. So what are we doing? It's like, okay, let's just stay together for now. While he's still working on sorting himself out to come and pay lobola. I was like, okay. And then the problem started when I had to tell my parents, because my husband is a foreigner. When I had to tell my mom, when I had to tell my family, I had different ideas in my mind on how they're going to react. Because once you say Nigerian, there's a lot of things. Even for me, I was scared. Of Nigerians for the longest of time because of the stereotype and how they are painted to be and stuff like that. So I decided, let me remove the nationality and look at him for who he is. Because the nationality is part of his identity, yes, but it's not the only thing.
True.
There's other layers, right? And I had to think, how is this person? Because now if I marry this guy, he's going to be the father of my child. He's going to be the father. How is it going to be? Because like my son was this precious thing. We protect her. You know, and I didn't want to expose him to thinking now they say Nigerians. I'm not drugs. They say Nigerians. That's how they eat people. Are we not gonna go to Nigeria? What if we don't come back? You know, I had all of those things. And then as I spent time with him and as I was living with him, I got to understand him and know him for who he is. Not Nigerian or anything like that, right? And I got to see, man, these things that people are talking, it's bona. Not this one. They're not all the same. Same as we, because South African girls, not everyone is the same. We even have different fingerprints for that reason. Because God created us and set everyone apart. So I had to tell my mom, Mama, Nigeria, and stuff. So before that, his last test, I wanted to see him around my son. So I went and I fetched my son and my nephew to come and visit. I wanted to see him. Because that was the deciding. We'll say, how is this person going to be around my child? They came, they clicked like as if they knew each other from the longest of time. It was nice. To a point that after he left, my son, after he left and went back to KZN, when I called them, he would ask, can I please speak to Uncle Ben? He said, my friend, you haven't even asked me how I am. You already wants to speak to Uncle Ben, because he was calling him Uncle Ben at that time. I'm like, yo, this boy. all the time when I called them, Malonde will want to speak. They would laugh. Hey, how is school? Yeah, this one. Are you okay? Do you need help with anything? Hi, I'm writing this homework. Yeah, but, like, they had that bond.
Yes.
Shaba was like, yeah, God, it's the one. He is the one. So I told my mom, hey, this Malonde's Uncle Ben wants to marry me. And then at that time, there was going to be my cousin's 21st. And then I was like, I'm going to come with him to the 21st so that you can meet him and see him in your own light. Not based on what I say and on what Malonde says, on what Sandiso says, based on your own. So we went to East London for my cousin's 21st. He met everyone, connected with everyone, spoke with everyone, and my mom was like, if ready when you are, if you feel like this is the path you want to take, I'll fully support you. And everyone was that. This was 2017, right? And then I went home 2017 December. And he called and said, please give Uma the phone. I gave my mom a phone. They were talking. And then my mom came back. I'm like, and then he was like, okay, bye. I'm like, okay, baby, bye. I'm like, what? He's like, serious, isn't? He wants a date. I'm like, what? It's like, no, he was asking for a date. When can they come? He's ready to come and pay lobola and whatnot. I was like, it's really happening. Am I ready for it? I'm like, okay.
Let's do it.
The marriage is what you make it to be. So but I am going there, you know.
Yeah.
So he came 2028 October, paid lobola. We did our traditional wedding, and it was culture shock also for the area because they've never seen a Nigerian wedding.
So you did a Nigerian wedding?
We had to, because it was a traditional, so we have to cover both my tradition and his.
How was it? What were the differences?
The difference is Nigerians spray money in the wedding. That was the one that shocked everyone. So
how they just spray it like
it's their way of congratulating the people that are getting married. Like, they don't bring presents, they come with stacks of money, and then they spray money.
So they came from Nigeria?
Some were here.
Okay.
Yes. And then they went to Eastern Cape. So we had to do his own tradition. We'll see, we need to, unfortunately my dad is late. So my uncle stood in as my dad. So we have to go to my uncle, get the blessings from my uncle. I take him, I introduce him to my uncle, that kind of vibe. Then from there we get blessings from my mom, blessings from his side as well. And then whenever we're dancing and whatnot, they spray money. Ooh, did people not rush to come and pick money?
What? So that money is not for
it's
them
not
to
for
collect.
people, it's for the people that are getting married. Unless they come and they spray it on you, then that one is yours. But the one they are spraying on us is ours. So they had to tell people, guys, do not pick up the money. Do not pick up the money. The money is not yours.
Yes.
The money is for the newlyweds. All right. And then also the whole thing of them eating food they've never ate before, because there was someone who came to cook Nigerian food, like different Nigerian delicacies. So people were there wanting to taste everything.
Yes.
Till today, they don't forget that whenever they see
It was an experience.
that's the girl. We were even worried because you looked so young to be marrying a Nigerian, village people.
Yeah.
And but he's also young, with the same age. It's like, we were worried, but now we see it's high, sharp, everything is going well. So even with my uncles, when I was like, hey, he's Nigerian, they're like, okay. Like, all right, we don't care.
So yeah. Tell me about the marriage itself, because earlier on we mentioned this, that, these days, man, it's not a thing that to be considered, and I don't know, people are scared and people don't want to do it because there are rumors, divorcing rate, it's too much now, What would you say, and what is your experience based on your looking and everything that is happening? Now you are in it.
For me, I recommend marriage. Me, personally, I recommend it. Because I've always been a person that loves stability. I love stability.
Yeah.
Right? And the problem that abantu abaningi making, I want to take No Chill's marriage and apply it to my own. You build your marriage yourself. Don't take other people's experiences and apply them directly to your own, because first of all, you are dealing with a different person. If you say, hi, pack your bags and go. You will pack your bags and go. He will pack his own bags and go. And then what? And then what?
Yeah.
So for me, marriage is what you personally make it to be. You can look at Phila's marriage and say, okay, I like how Phila and Ben communicate. I'm taking that part. Ooh, I like how, okay, I like this. You can take and apply it. But also do understand that our marriages will never be the same. Yes. Because we are different people. Yes. But as long as you know how to communicate with your partner, it's the same as communication. Yes. Communication. And people need to stop this mentality. Now I'm married, I'm signed out. Now you start sleeping with the skipper sagamaspala. Now usulalu fagi pentihosi. Yes. Like, why are you doing that? Because you know the things that this guy liked about you. So why are you stopping to doing? Why do you stop doing the things that he liked? If you know that your husband likes lingerie, continue buying lingerie. Even in the marriage. Because now, if you don't do this thing, who do you expect to do it for him?
And that's what we
relax. That's just even with you guys. If you are buying flowers during the dating stage, don't stop. When you are married,
it should be like a continuous relationship.
Continue. What you were doing and you enjoyed during the dating stage, continue with it when you are married. There isn't much of a difference. Yeah. So our problem is, Tina, we want to say, oh, now I am married. Now things need to change. What is changing? Why is it changing? If it was working during the dating stage, why do you want to change it? Why are you changing something that is working? Yes. Because now they say, umakoti must wear long dress. You know your husband likes them short things. Yes. So now when you want to be a makoti with long things, and then you will be hurt that your husband is looking at girls that are wearing short things. But you know that's what he likes. Wow. You know that this person liked that you cooked for them. Now usuchilile, you don't cook. You're like, hi, oh, it's so hot. And then what we are the ones that create the cracks most of the time.
Women.
Yes. More especially as even you men. You men have this thing, you go see, I've married this person, I signed out. No, I can leave. Somewhere I want to go. Right? So whatever you are doing in the dating stage that both of you guys liked, continue with it even when you are married. If you liked going out to play games, continue going out to play games. If you had date nights, continue dating even when you are married.
Is that the status that changed?
It's just the status. Nase home affairs. Kuphela. Any other thing, no. Because remember, if you start changing inside too, Ganje, there's still going to be a child involved. What's going to happen when we have to divide the attention and give it to the child now? Actually, when you have this child, you're already sleeping with the penthouse. It means when you have a child, you will not even wear a bra again. You'll just not look good for your man. Look good for your man, guys. Let's not relax. Look good for your partner. Now, as a man, what you know that your partner likes, do it.
Wow. I'm learning. So let's get to social media. You just, you came on social media, and I don't know how you started, but I would really love to know how you started, because looking at your profile now, it's so diverse. There's fitness, there's hair care, there's
parenthood,
vlogs, like it's a lifestyle kind of thing. How did you start, and what made you start?
I love hair. Like, I've always loved hair. That's one thing that I knew, like from back then. I love hair. Anything concerning hair, I love it, right? So a friend of mine was always saying, Phila, why don't you open a YouTube a channel? Because all these things that you teach us, It's what you're supposed to be doing on YouTube.
Yes.
It's not what you're going to be doing something new. You say this thing was, hi man, Chomi, why is your wig like this? Just put conditioner and water. This thing is going to look good.
Yes.
Right? And I always watched those kind of videos. Like, they fascinated me. I liked how they would style hair, even though I didn't know how to install, but I knew, would see, like, if you want to take care of your weave, you need to do it like this, and right? And natural hair as well, because I got over relaxing hair, so I needed to like know how to take care of my natural hair.
Yes.
So my friend kept on pushing and say, open this channel, man, Phila, open this channel. I'm like, oh, Chomi, it's a lot. And I felt like I do not fit the standard.
Yes.
Saga YouTube. Why? Because YouTube people, my makeup, you know, I felt like I'm not good enough for the YouTube space.
Yes.
In terms of how I present myself, in terms of how I look, like in terms of all of those things. Because now at that time, everything was makeup and all of that. But I was like, actually, there's another Phila out there who is a plain Jane like me.
Yes.
Let me do it for that person to understand. It's not about what standard other people create.
Yes.
It's about you and what you love.
Sure.
So I started posting, reviewing hair, because I love hair. So I bought hair, and then this other time, like, let me review this hair. I did a video, reviewed the hair that I bought. I did a video when I was washing the hair before going to install it. At that time, it was not a wig. And then I saw that people were actually interested in this. I'm like, okay. All right, nice. All right. Now I did another video taking care of this hair. Now it's already in my head. This is how I take care of it. I'm like, people are liking this.
Yes.
I was like, okay. And then hair companies started sending me emails. Would say, hi, we'd like to send you hair. I was like, I'm like, okay. All right. At that time, I didn't even know that you get paid.
Yes.
No, I was just happy that I'm getting free hair, you know? So they would send me free hair. Up until a friend of mine was like, hi, you need to charge, sweetie. You charge. Now your numbers are above 5K. Don't do videos for free. You charge. I was like, Nyambela. Like, yeah, when they know now, but when you talk to them, they will know. I was like, oh, okay. And then this company came and was saying, we'd like to send you this hair. Here's the link. Choose the hair that you want. I was like, okay, no problem. I charge this much for a video. And they're like, okay, how would you like for us to pay you? I'm like, okay, this is doable.
It's
I'm
not
like,
even difficult.
all right, okay, sharp. And then I started charging these hair companies for doing reviews. And then after that, my friend was already like big, and she was like, girl, you need a media kit. Girl, you need a rate card.
Yes, and that
And
time
I'm
you
like,
don't know what is that.
What is that?
And please emphasize on that, because a lot of people don't know that, and it's needed.
It's
What
much
is
needed.
Media rates and rate card?
Basically, how, like, if I would explain it, like I'm explaining to a 5-year-old, a media kit is your portfolio. I'll just put it like that, because that's where you are explaining yourself to the brands. Who is Phila? What has Phila done? Which brands have Phila worked with? What are Phila's numbers? Analytics ka Phila. That's what is in the media kit, so that the brand can then see how does their own brand fit within Phila, because you need to align with them as well. Because now, for example, I can't work for Mac because I don't even own one makeup brush. I don't know anything in makeup. So I don't align with their brand. So when you have your media kit, it's basically you telling the brands who you are and showing them what you have done. And then your rate card, you will need to know how much you are charging per post, per video, and the length of the video. And which platform, because different rates for different platforms. For example, I don't charge the same for YouTube, the same I charge for TikTok, because my numbers are not the same. And the engagement on those platforms are also not the same. Same as with Instagram. Instagram, I would check, okay, per photo A1, this is how much I will charge. Per story, this is how much I will charge. Per carousel, this is how much I will charge. Per reel, 1 minute only, this is how much I will charge. For 1 minute 30, you need to know all of that. You check, number one, you need to know your value as an influencer.
Because that's what I wanted to know.
You need to know your value, but don't overprice. Don't put yourself.
Because that's the problem of people. They don't know how to charge.
Yeah. So what I personally did is I asked Usne, a friend of mine. I asked her, please send me your rate cards. I want to see your rates. And then she sent it to me. I asked someone else, can I please see your... And then I compared to see how they are charging. And they was, oh, okay. This one, 10K followers. We charge you 1,000 for a reel. This one, 50K. We charge you 3.5 to 5,000 for a reel. Oh, okay. So it's based on the numbers. Also the analytics, because you can have the numbers and not have the engagement.
Yes.
You can have the numbers and not have the engagement.
Yes.
Right? And we can be given the same concept to work with, and I do it my own way, you do it your own way. It doesn't move. We understand? So and I looked at it that way, and then I looked at my numbers. I looked at my analytics. A value that I come with in because I can say I want 3.5 for a reel. Mara ngizoyi post a reel even 100 likes. The brand is losing.
Yes.
Yes, creating a reel is a lot of work.
Yes.
It's a lot of work. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes before you even see the reel, before you even the campaign itself. There's a lot of work that goes on. So you also need to bear that in mind when you are thinking when the ama prices work. Understand what you will work for a reel. Yeah. You will work. You'll have to be a producer. You have to be the audio person. You have to do everything.
Yeah.
You have to shoot. You have to edit. You have to do voiceovers. So that's work.
It's a lot of work. Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
So you look at the production.
Just start the question.
Oh.
I didn't know that it comes straight. If she was talking, it was going to...
All right.
Yeah.
Is Mansa there?
Yeah.
Can you sit there with you?
Okay.
If you don't mind. So that you can get used to my question. Mansa!
Yo.
What's up, my bro?
Good, my brother.
Good, man.
Alright.
Yeah, can you chill with him in this side? Yeah. You know what I wanted to ask? What did I want to ask again?
We lost the chain of thought. I've lost it as well.
You are flowing. Eh? You are very flowing. I like it. I'm loving it.
Thank you.
Okay. I remember.
You forgot the question.
No, I remember. So you mentioned the work before posting. Obviously, there's posting and those analytics, but there's voiceover, there's planning, content planning. So when you charge, do you consider that effort?
You need to consider that, because you can't tell me when I charge 500 rand for a reel. No.
Just based on the performance of the reel only, without considering.
And you need to also check the quality. No matter how my numbers, sometimes I feel like the numbers don't even match a standard. Because some big influencers, they post stuff and you're like, but because people like them, they'll go and like and say, wow, wow, wow. Yes. And then you look at a person that has 10K and you look at the video. But with campaign A1, and you're like, I prefer this one. This one has more quality.
So is it more quality or more reach? Because I mean, it's
I believe in quality and being authentic.
Yes.
Being authentic, because you can't tell me, and being honest with yourself, because you can't tell me when you will accept. Like for example, Mina, I know. I'm a church girl, I'm a hallelujah, and all of that, right? How am I going to work with brutal fruits? I can't. No matter how beautiful and nice the money is, but it's not aligning with who I am. It's not me. I cannot work with a relaxer brand and say, yeah, I will do content and relax. So how?
Because it's hard.
Because now they feel like my people love my hair content, Mara. Relax. I've got natural hair. Unless now I say I want to relax my hair.
Yes.
So we also need to be honest with ourselves as influencers and content creators. Ukuthi, we need to say no to certain things.
100,000 bag is coming to you and say, please, just hold this.
No.
Say no.
It's a no.
In this economy,
It's a no. It's not me.
it's not you.
I cannot
Wow,
change
we need
myself
more
because
you.
of money.
We need more of you because
I can't change myself because of money. Maybe it's because of how I think. Ukuthi, if that one can come, it means another one is gonna come, and it might even be better, and it will actually align with what I want.
yes.
So I cannot be just rushing and running for email, because I've done that. I'm not gonna lie. I've done campaigns that were paying little to none, or even free, all in the name of I just want to do work.
Yes.
I just want to do work, but that will also cost you, because there's certain brands that are not gonna work with you because you've posted alcohol. There are other brands that are not gonna work with you because now they wanna promote certain water, and when you've already done a free work for another water brand, now you are losing out on a bag because you did free work. So you see how you need to look at it, like from different angles. You would say, okay, fine, I need to understand, now I'm working with this brand. Chances are another brand of the same caliber, I will not work with it for the next 3 months, because that's what they say again. Because if you're working with a competition, if you've worked with a competition within a so and so period of time,
Yes.
I had to, like, I lost this other campaign, but I think the problem was with them, because before they came to me, they already checked my account again. So now they've sent the contract and stuff like that, signed the contract and sent to them. Now I've done the first part. I need to do the second part, which was they had like an in-store vibe going on. Now they come to me and tell me that I need to delete certain posts on my profile. I'm like, Kanjani,
Because I already signed the contract. You should have. Why did you even come to me?
but the clause so of the contract said. I'm like, yes, the contract was signed on this date. These posts you are talking about were posted a month ago. So you saw those posts before you sent the contract. So it means that it does not apply. They're like, no, we'll have to pull you out of the campaign. I said, no problem. Yeah, I've already taken the money of the other ones. I've already chowed it nicely.
Yeah.
But I also have an agreement with them too.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to keep this post for a so-and-so period of time. So now, because of new work, I need to breach a contract because they've paid me.
Yeah.
I told them, I'm really sorry. Mina, when you send the contract, it's based on ngomhlaka 1. Today is the 1st of September. So you give me a contract 1st of September, which I mustn't post other brands. So if I post another brand on the 2nd of it applies. But you can't tell me to come and delete into a posting on 25 December.
Yeah, no, it's not fair.
It's not fair. It's not fair. So I was like, no, it's fine. You can pull me out.
So
And
brands.
my friend was like, no, Tommy, they will tell, these brand people, they will tell other people. I'm like, it's fine.
It's fine.
It will make me sleep better at night.
Yes.
Because also the other ones that I was going to delete izinto zabo, they were also going to talk to others as well.
So now it's the conflict now.
I was like, no. So we need to be able to also fight for ourselves and what we stand for. No, I understand what this is. Yeah, the money was nice, but is it worth it? Is it fair on the other people that you are working with? No, it's not.
So tell me, how do you access brands? Obviously, number one, you already mentioned they will email you based on your content. But what if you want to work with a certain brand and they're not coming?
I'm not even going to lie to you. I've never approached brands. I'm scared. I've never approached
Don't you think you are losing bet though?
I am. I know I am, because I know people in the industry, some people have shared emails with email this one. But I don't know. I feel like, ngiyasaba. It's something that I need to work on, I know. So the brands that I've been working with, it's brands that came my email one. Yes. Wow. And then also there's ama sites like PR sites, your beauty bulletin, your brand advisor, the Salt, and Webfluential, right?
Yes.
So those are the other places that you can go to. You register, you have a profile, but you need to understand the difference between them. You know that with This one, I'm working for free. I'm just going to get the products and whatnot.
Which one? Is it that salt?
Oh, the salt, no, the salt pays.
Is it?
Influential pays. Humans pays. But if you select a campaign that they show how much the campaign is worth, how much they're going to pay.
Yeah.
Some campaigns are free. So you bid for the campaign knowing it's not paying or it's paying. And if it's paying this much, and this is the work that needs to be done, right? So for brand influence, what's the other one? Beauty bulletin. Yes, those ones, it's trade. I give you the products, you give me the work. You're not gonna get paid. That is good when you are up and coming, if you still want to create a name for yourself. Also for the other brands to see your style of creation, to see your creativity, right? But also you need to understand what by me doing this non-paying campaign, I might lose out on a paying campaign.
So it's tricky.
It's very tricky because I did a campaign, tissue oil, right?
Yes.
And then there's another brand that I previously worked with, right? They had another tissue oil campaign. And then the lady was like, Phila, I really wanted you in this campaign. But unfortunately, Mtase, nansi ndaba laphana. And you see, I lost money, I lost revenue because I did
Something
free
for free.
work.
So you said the salt web
There's the salt web influential humans, brand influence, brand advisor,
So you sign up
beauty
for
bulletin. Yes, you sign up. And I actually did a video on YouTube about that, like sharing the ones that I knew at that time. And I know before it looked funky and they were saying stuff about it when you had your email address on your bio, but have your bio properly written. Let your bio tell them what you do. You're an influencer, sharp. You're about to influence. What do you do? Do you do hair content?
Yes.
Do you do fitness? Do you do lifestyle? What do you do? When they go to your profile, what are they finding? Are they finding you twerking, sharing baby?
So your profile should be like a CV.
Oh, that's that. Because before they approach you, they will go through your profiles. That's just the honest truth.
Your name.
And another
also.
thing, the internet never forgets.
Ooh, that one.
That
one is painful, you know. And once you post, even if you delete, doesn't mean that this...
Screenshots. We've screenshotted five screenshots already. They will start circulating. So what you put out on the internet, you must be okay with it. Even usuyibona 2 years from now, 3 years from now, even your kids, mayibona, you still need to be okay with it because it will resurface one way or the other.
Yes.
So that's what some of us forget. We want the follows. We want the likes because now I am posting this sexy bikini picture or I'm posting this sexy lingerie with a funky whatnot, right? And then you're also saying you're doing mother content, parenthood content, and you want to work with child brands. How will it align?
This thing, actually, it's a job, right?
It is a job. It is a job. It is a job.
People are taking it too lightly. At the same time, missing. Of course, there are people who just want to use social media, and we respect that. But
don't allow social media to use you. Use social media.
Yeah.
Don't let social media lose you. Because that's how you lose yourself. Because now you'll start believing you learned over social media when you are not. Because some people are like that. There's something else on social media. And then you meet them. Okay. Because now that's how now
I know what you're talking about.
Because now you're putting yourself in a standard that you are in, and then you're going to be uncomfortable when you're around people because now people are going to see that you are not who you are claiming to be.
Tell me about the experience you had with the brands that you've worked with. I saw you worked with Dark and
Lovely.
Yes.
Kia.
Kellogg's.
Okay. So, Dark and Lovely, they emailed me.
Yes.
The PR company that works with them.
Yes.
emailed me and they were like, hey, we saw your profile. We like it. This is the campaign that we have upcoming. This is the budget for the campaign. These are the deliverables that we will need for the campaigns. Is it something that is within you? We know, like the person who emailed me, she came very nice and clear.
Yeah.
Like, we understand we have our pricing, but this is what we want and this is the budget that we have.
Yes.
Is it okay now? Singasebenza ngale budget.
Sure.
And then I was like, let me see. And they didn't want much. They didn't want much.
But the money was...
The money, okay, no, it's not the most paying campaign. There's another one that paid me the most. And I was like, okay, no problem. And then, yeah, they were like, okay, Stuck and Lively, this, and this. They had previously given me another campaign. I sent them the video. I think they cancelled the campaign or something because the campaign ended up not because angibonanga even other people posting.
Yeah.
Even me, I didn't post, but they paid us for it.
What?
And then they said, here's another one. Now we are doing this range. Sayibona leya, it's fine. It was cancelled or whatever,
Yeah.
I don't know. But they already paid us for it.
They didn't do refund or anything.
No.
Wow.
They paid when they said, no, we're not going to be posting again. There's something that happened, but here's the money that we said we were going to pay. And then they came back and said, Nancy Enye, Duck and Lovely, this is what they want and what. Are you able to shop? I was like, I am within. And then I did that campaign. And then I also worked with Native Child.
Yes.
They DM'd me and asked me for my email. It was before I had my email. No, I already had it. I don't know, but they DM'd me and asked me for my email because they wanted me to be in their shoot. But before that, I had done a TikTok video that got like a lot, like over 1 million views.
Wow.
So I think that's where they saw me.
So your content
because I was using
promoting-
their products on that
Oh.
video.
So one strategy is to use the products.
Use the products. You can't tell me you want to work with Puma. You've never even bought one Puma t-shirt. Like how?
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense.
You must put yourself within their radar. Wear their stuff. Tag them. Let them see this person likes the brand. This person already is within customer base here, so we can work with them.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So obviously, just for awareness, people think maybe this thing of influencers, there's just a lot of misconception. You know, people don't understand, especially when it comes to how much back can you make. Possibility, you know, just a range or just an average that a person can make just by just being themselves online.
It depends on your content.
Yes.
I feel like other contents pay much more than others, right? Like, for example, people on tech, you get more value than a person that is on natural or hair content because the products we are getting, you are getting gadgets, plus you're getting paid. So it depends on your content as well, right? And it also depends on you as the creator, the value that you bring to that brand. Like, how are you packaging yourself? Because now when yourself, you're a brand yourself, right? So the Phila brand, lesser how much value, how much is the Phila brand worth?
Yeah. So how much was your highest?
The highest campaign for one post, they paid me 10K.
Just Nje.
One post. That was the highest. They didn't want different things. They said just funanch.
And you were like,
One. I was like, of course.
and it's for something
I can
that-
even do extra. They're like, it's fine. If you do extra,
It's fine.
we appreciate it.
and that's what always brings them. I always do extra myself.
Always do extra.
Yeah.
Always do extra.
Let's talk about the fitness, Herbalife. You know, you mentioned that earlier you were you
was
had to
underweight.
work on your body. And today here you are, and it's the results of that. How did you join Herbalife? And firstly, what is Herbalife?
Well, Herbalife is I can just simply put it, it's a company that sells products, ne? And also you as an individual can go directly and have a account with them where you can access these products. That's basically that.
Yeah.
It's just that for them, they only sell for people that have accounts.
Accounts.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it's the same as your Pick and Pay. You go there, you buy what you need and what you want. So it's all about health and fitness.
Yes.
So they've got health supplements, they've got fitness things, your protein, because protein is the building block of your body. You need protein.
Yes.
So they've got protein, they've got things for weight management. So it depends on how you want to manage your weight, whether you want to lose weight, you just want to maintain the current weight you're in, or you want to gain weight. Do you want to gain muscle? Do you want to lose on whatever, right? And then they've got like supplements, like your vitamins. Yes, that's what Herbalife has. But now people, they misconcept it and say, hi, kibo push pushy, it's a pyramid scheme, it's a scam.
Yeah.
As long as you take out money and you get something,
Yeah.
how are you scammed?
Then the scam part comes from what? Like
I think they feel like Uguti, they would say certain people are making money more than others. But it's the same as any organization. Not everyone gets paid the same.
Yes.
They've got different levels within the marketing plan in Herbalife.
Yes.
So the more you sell, the more profit you make. It's general knowledge.
Yes. Of course.
General knowledge.
Yeah.
The more you sell, me who sells 10 and the person who sells 5, who's going to make more profit? The person who sold 10.
Yes.
Right? So they would say, no, Herbalife does not work. You have to gym. That's not correct. It's food. It's food. It's supplements, right? So what do you want? The problem is that we like easy things. So a person wants to buy these things and not do anything. Let me just drink them. And then the fat will just disappear. No. Because first of all, even if you are losing this weight, right? You need to tone your body so that your body is not shaky. So that your skin can be firm and tight. So you need the gym anyways, whether you've lost the weight or not. You will still need the gym to firm up. Even when you are gaining weight, you still need to work out so that your skin, if you gain weight and you don't work out, see cellulites. You'll have cellulites. And also it's just to balance the body fat in your body. Your body fat percentage also counts a lot because that's where you get your visceral fat, the fat that is around your vital organs.
Yes.
Even we, as tiny as we look, we do have it. So we need to manage how much of it we have. Because like, for example, they have those scales that analyze the whole body. They'll tell you, you've got so and so amount of water, you've got so and so amount of fat. Because when you feel like, hi, I am skinny, your organs are literally covered by visceral fat.
Yes.
That's why one says these young covers and stuff like that.
Yes.
And also just for your confidence, more than anything, your confidence. Because Mina, I am the most confident person ever at this point in time. Before I used to be somehow, because sometimes I'd go and buy go 13 to 14, that kind of thing. It's also you doing it for yourself. So that's basically what I learned from Herbalife. And also the Herbalife community as a whole is very, very positive.
Is it?
Very, very positive. That's where I fell in love more with personal development. It's from Herbalife.
Wow.
Because, for example, we had a 5 a.m. club. 5 a.m. club, we meet at 5 a.m. on Zoom. We share affirmations. We affirm ourselves as the day starts. Some people don't even know about affirmations. They don't even know they exist. But those things, they help you.
Yes.
Because now you haven't affirmed yourself and you meet a Phila on the street who's going to talk stuff. Now you are going to be filled with what Phila said. And if you fill yourself with and say, hi, this one, like, I know myself, I'm not like that. It will be easy for you. Always feel good about yourself and be confident, right? So we do affirmations. And then after the affirmations, then we do like a mini workout.
Yes.
We're already feeling our spirit man, and we're also working on our bodies. So Herbalife taught me a lot about like personal development.
Yes.
And the importance of affirming yourself, the importance of loving your body. They even make an example of your body being like a car, right? Which if your car does not have petrol, it will not run. If you put the wrong fuel in your car will malfunction. If you have a diesel car and you start putting petrol, it will malfunction, right? And your car needs maintenance. So you need to maintain your body, treat it as that. What you put in is very, very important. Because we live in a world where we believe so much on fast food.
Yes.
We believe so much on fast food. We like fried stuff. Eat healthy. I'm not saying nanju suya bilisa. No, there's different ways that you can prepare your food in a healthier manner, but it will still be nice.
Yes.
And luckily enough, now on social media, we've got influencers that post such content. So you can take from that and learn from that. Like, for example, there's Fix. I think I forgot her whole handle, but she's Fixed on TikTok. She was doing a 30 days challenge of eating clean. The meals she was creating, there's no meal she did not create. She created dessert, she created pizza, but all those things are healthy stuff.
Yes.
She didn't use flour. Instead of using flour, she would use cauliflower, grated cauliflower. It will still taste good, but now what you are putting inside has more value than the flour that you're gonna put.
Wow. So it's a whole huge industry. Just
It's a
that
huge
people
industry.
lack information.
Yes.
As a network marketing industry, how do then people make money? Describe the process of then making money.
Before you believe in something working, you need to see it working for someone else, right?
Yes.
Before I tell you that fitness is good, I need to live that so that you can see it kumina, right? So by me doing what I like, by me going to the gym, I enjoy going to the gym. By me going to the gym, after the gym, I'm showing myself I'm drinking my recovery shake. A person will ask, what are you drinking? I'm like, no, I'm drinking a recovery shake. What does it do? No, it helps with your muscles, so the following day. It helps also with its protein. It also helps with building muscle. Then like, oh, I actually need that. You understand?
Yes.
So you need to be what you are selling to people. Don't just sell. Add value. And don't just make people buy things that they do not need. That's how people are always going to come back to you and say no. And for example, the things that I sold the most are the products that I personally used the most. Because that's people are seeing it.
So you lead by example.
Yes, you have to lead by example. Because if you are not leading by example, you are lying to people.
You can't just buy product and start
You are
selling.
lying to people because you will not know how that product is going to make a person feel. So if you're saying this tea is going to give you energy, you've never tasted the tea. How? You need to taste the tea.
And let it work also on you.
Feel how this tea makes, like we say that, oh, if I drink this tea before eating, I feel a bit nauseous. Oh, it's got caffeine. Now you are learning.
Yes.
In general, caffeine on an empty stomach is not good. Like in Deganjal, oh, okay, if I drink it like this, it works better. Oh, if I can use this as a pre-workout, if I drink this tea now and then go to the gym, I've got energy galore. I can do more reps and more sets. So you are able to tell the person that you can use this tea at this time. You can try it. If it sits well with you, you can drink it before eating. But for me, I drink it after having something in my stomach because it makes me feel like this. And then also with with the fiber, for example, there's fiber. Everyone needs fiber so that you are regular in the toilet. Some people have a problem of not being regular in the toilet because they don't consume enough fiber. So they will need fiber supplements because some people don't like brown bread. Some people don't like seeds. That will they will give you the roughage that you need to be regular in the toilet. And if you are not regular in the toilet, again, now you are storing everything here. Now you've got a lot of bloating going on. You're feeling heavy. You are feeling sluggish. If your gut is not clean, you don't feel good. Like if it's wrong or you don't feel good, either you start feeling nauseous or you'll be constipated and stuff like that. Then you need. It's standard. Everyone needs fiber. Everyone needs protein.
Wow, I'm learning.
Everyone needs fiber.
I'm gonna join. And like
why do you want to join?
Because now I have more information.
Okay.
I feel
because I also wanted to touch on that. Some people join Herbalife for the wrong reasons. If you're not willing to work on yourself, you're just joining for the money. It's not gonna work for you.
No, I think money should be a byproduct. Yes. But I'm looking at the benefits to be part of the membership.
Because now when you're a member, remember you're getting a discount. So you're buying. Get discount. So for example, if a bottle of water is 50 rands, you are on you're a supervisor, for example, you're getting 50% discount. You're not going to buy the bottle for 50 rands. You're going to buy it for 25 rands, and then you can sell it for 50 rands. You've made your profit, right? Even you, for your own personal consumption, it's cheaper. So now you can start experimenting with other products as well. You can start saying, they say this one is a multivitamin. Let me try it. Let me see what's in Patalanjan. You can start, this one, try in a fish oil. Fish oil is good for 1, 2, 3. You start even learning about these vitamins in a way that you don't even understand. Like, it's so intriguing and it's so interesting. Well, for me, it was.
Yes.
Because now I start trying to learn, and they teach us all these things because there's trainings, like the Zoom meetings. We share our stories. We share our experience with one another. We'll see, not everyone can afford to buy these products, but you will find the client if you have to find the client. Just work on yourself more than anything. Any other thing will fall in place.
Wow. Now I'm learning. So now this thing of having to join under someone and you end up, how can you just describe
You
that?
can't join under Herbalife. You have to join under someone. That's just that. That's how it works with them. It's network marketing. It's a network.
So when you join,
For example, you join under me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You join under me. So whenever you purchase something, Herbalife is going to give me a percentage of whatever profit they've made. Just to say thank you for referring it. It's basically a thank you for referring a client to us kind of fine.
So which means the more customers you bring, the more money you make, obviously.
Yes, the more members you bring to Herbalife and the more customers you have, you make money.
Is it a once-off thing?
They pay you every month.
Wow.
Because again, you'll have your own network of people that you'll have your own
buying
team.
every month also.
Yes. So people, we are buying every month. It's our own consumption. I know, I go to the gym minimum 4 times a week. I need my recovery shake. Otherwise, I'll be working like a toddler. I need my recovery shake because I'm trying to build this muscle,
Wow.
I need this multifiber because I know even before Herbalife, I was struggling with my gut. So now that I've got this fiber, my fiber intake is sharp, I'm now regular. Now I can have my flat tummy without even doing much. Because now the waist is coming out as
Yes.
it should.
Let's talk about spirituality, man. I kind of feel like I said before, spirituality it's an umbrella
broad.
and everything else falls under it.
It's broad.
What is your perspective about being a spiritual person as a content creator, someone who's in public, and also in your family as a mother and also as a wife to someone? How does it play a role in your life?
I mean, I think me being spiritual, it makes me disciplined. Because I know the things I can and I cannot do. I'm not about to go and start cursing people on lives. That's not me.
And you are restricted based on the spirituality.
Because the spiritual me, it doesn't. You can't be, you're going to go and then you're going to swear at no chill. And then you go live and start saying, let's pray. Like kanjani.
It's authenticity. It goes back to that again.
So you need to choose your poison. What do you want? What image are you trying to build for yourself? And who are you as a person? Yes. Right? What do you believe in? Because people will come with different ideas. People will come with different ideas. Like I've had cases where about say, where Maya, this one is trying to act holier than thou, but wears short things. So where in the Bible does it say you must not wear short things? Like where?
So people just come up with this idea.
You say this one is a Christian. Mbona go la parade. Sharp, I've got friends. I've got life out of Christianity, so I'm not supposed to. So I don't be equally yoked, and that's the other problem with us Christians. We use the Bible to fight each other. We use the Bible to fight each other.
Why is it so though?
I don't know. Because at the end of the day, no one is perfect. We all need God because we are all not perfect.
Yes.
So why is the cattle calling the pot black? Because everyone is trying to work on themselves. And it's just unfortunate now that the social space is so negative. It is so negative. And if you are not strong-willed and awuzazi, you'll be swayed from left to right. So that's where spirituality helps me, because I don't care who comes and tells me "Uthi ngiyini" on social media. I know who I am, and I know myself.
So
Even if you come and you tell me, "Oh, your smile, your eyes," it's fine. I'm an image of God. That's okay. uNkulunkulu unamehlo amancane, ngokusho kwakho, sharp.
how do you build your spirituality? Where do you start? Let's say people, yes, there's someone maybe could be watching. They want to be spiritually awakened. They want to develop themselves spiritually. How do you start? Where do you start?
Read the Bible. Read books.
Yes.
Read books. If you feel like the Bible is it's very hard to read, because you can't just take the Bible and say, I'm reading,
Yes.
Start with books.
Sure.
There's different books.
Yes.
There's even like PDFs going around on the net. Find a PDF about faith. You want to learn about faith? Read about faith.
Yes.
So that you'll understand faith, and then we add with Bible. What does the Bible say about faith as a whole? So la emhlabeni we say faith is this. The Bible says faith is what, and then you combine the two.
Yes.
Yes. Because if now you want to learn about spirituality from Phila or from a certain pastor, you will know it according to them. You will not know it according to you. And remember, we interpret the word differently.
Yes.
God uses the word to speak to us in different ways. We can read the same Bible verse right now. You will get something else. I will get something else. God will speak the way that he sees fits for you and for me. So now I'm going to come and use a certain Bible verse. Kandi, that does not apply to you. It only applies to me at that time. So spirituality, it helps you to be grounded, to be level-headed as well.
So everything else reflects it. When on social media, it grounds you. At home, to your husband, you obey to him, just like the Bible says. And he loves you, I love that. Can I please have that package? I have a package for Phila. From our Easybet sponsor, they were like, guys, you must give these people something. So we have something. Can I please have just both of them? I think they're different.
Oh, thank you so much, Easybet. I feel so special.
You are special.
I feel so special.
Thank you so much. So let me just check which one. Because one is for the ladies, one is for the
gents. Guys, I'm going to do a video.
This one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Sorry
much
for taking with one hand.
No, there's really many.
I'm just so excited.
So some cap, it's not a lot, but it's winter's coming.
I'll do an unboxing, guys. I'm a content creator. Everything is content.
So
thank you so much. Thank you, Easybet.
yeah, no, thank you so much for coming. It's just talking of
It's over. Me, I still want to talk. Now you've given me a present. I want to do more. I'm joking.
I feel like time, it only restricts us. Time.
Yeah.
It's only time that restricts us. But
yeah.
I feel like you've shared enough. I don't know.
You think so?
I was just listening. Trust me. You will see it when it comes out. That is actually going to be great. And I appreciate your wisdom and your journey. You shared so much, especially when it comes to brand. Your story also. There's someone who's watching that is going to draw something out of that. And thank you so much. I'd like to say thanks to our sponsor, the Production 360 Studios. Thank you so much, guys, for doing this. Let me just talk to the people who are watching. Guys, I was doing my analytic what. I was checking, and I saw that 86% of people who watch this podcast, they didn't subscribe. 86%. So guys, please watch. Yes, don't forget to subscribe. We have to remind you. The more you subscribe, the more we grow. The more we grow, we bring more people. We're gonna inspire. It's not for me. This thing is not for me. It's for you guys to learn from Phila and other people who are out there doing great. Thank you so much, team. Thank you so much, Easybet. Don't forget, Bafetu, if you wanna bet, make sure that you are 18-year-old first, right? And do it responsibly. Don't just bet and hoping that you're going to make money. No. Know your odds. Know your odds. I'll put a link under the description. Go click on it. Use the code NOCHILL. Sign up and bet. But easy and responsibly. Thank you so much, guys. Woo! Thank you. I appreciate.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate so much.